Most Laravel tutorials teach you how to create models, user, project, task, comment, and before long you build half your database. But here's the problem. You've modeled tables, not the business. While building TaskForge, I realized the biggest architectural improvements wasn't about choosing actions over services. It was changing how I approach the domain itself. CRUD is a useful starting point. It helps you understand the framework, but businesses don't operate through CRUD. Businesses operate through rules, approvals, ownership, permissions, life cycles, workflows. If you think only in CRUD, you will eventually struggle to express those concepts cleanly. So while building TaskForge, at one point, I had to finish the life cycle of tasks before I could go back to touching the life cycle of projects. This was because a task is born from a project. So if a project has a lot of tasks, all of those tasks have to be completed before that project can truly be completed. So I had to ensure the life cycle of a task is completed. Then I can move on now to the project. So I created a policy for a task. This policy is for permission for my role-based access control to give permission to who is able to view a task, who can start it, who can complete it, who can cancel it, who can update it, who can delete, who can reassign, who can assign. So I had to do all that for the task. Then I had to have the actions for everything. The task actions I needed to be able to create a task. When creating, I assign the task to an assignee immediately as it is being created. Then I move on to the completion of a task. This is transitioning the task status from to do to is in progress to done. Once it's done, the task is completed. Also, the task can be cancelled, it can be deleted, it can be reassigned, it can be updated. Before you can transition to a task being done, you have to be able to transition to in progress. That's when you start the task. So once all of these were completed, then I could move on to projects where I can then now complete now a project. Can only be completed when all tasks are done. So I have this if statement right here. If project has a complete task, then all tasks must be completed before a project can be completed. A lot of developers build authentication dashboards and payment first. In my case, I deliberately delayed billing because billing depends on a stable domain. If the business model keeps changing, billing changes along with it. The domain has to be clean and stable right from organization to workspace to teams to project to tasks before I can have billing. Don't build tables, build businesses. A model is only finished when its business rules are finished. You can take TaskForge as an example where I build organization first, workspace, team, project, tasks. Before getting to workspace, organization lifecycle has to be completed and done before I move to workspace and eventually add all the other features. Then billing is like the cherry on top. So one entity at a time, finish it, strengthen it, then you move forward. And this approach changed how I build Laravel applications. I stopped asking, what's the next feature, and started asking, is the business capability actually complete? That single change has made TaskForge much easier to evolve as the application grows. So stop building CRUD apps, start building domains.